Welcome to Caching Waves. This is an Elliott Wave update for Celestia. I'm going to get into this account in a moment, but just wanted to show you what we're looking for. So in these newer coins with not a lot of price history, I mentioned last time what tends to happen is either we protect this previous high and we end up making ABC structures for quite a long time. And if we break the 618 at about 840, I would probably forget about this coin for a while and just throw up alarms to remind me in the future. But if we do end up breaking out, which is the alternative, in these situations with newer coins, not a lot of price history, then I'd be looking for this third wave impulse up around $45, which is quite a significant move, about 175-ish% from right now. But we need it to happen soon. Ideal time frame would be between the 618 and the 1-to-1 in time, and we're right in that zone now. So we'd want it to start moving to the upside before the end of March to get confident in this wave count. Now I'm going to discuss this area here. So this is a very difficult count. I'm waiting to label it till we actually get a move to clarify. Could be a diagonal, an expanded diagonal. If we get another move down, it would be some sort of complex correction. This would change to a WXY rather than ABC. But right now, if we're just focused on fibs, I did take this trade the other day. If you remember, I was somewhere in this zone, stopped out at that A wave right here on this candle. It happens, but my trading strategy, if we end up getting expanded flats, which is what this is, I will always get stopped out in that scenario, and I'm okay with that. That's the reason is I want to hold as much position size as I can. So I have my stop right there rather than say down at the 618. I will make a lot more on that move than if my stop's down here, even if I have to enter it multiple times. So I risk 1% per trade. You can decide what that amount is for your account, but it's always 1%. So as of right now, we passed the 1-to-1 extension of this A wave off the B, as I currently have labeled. We attempted a breakout here, and then we got rejected off the trend line. No follow through. So the question is, do we need one more low? If you haven't watched my Bitcoin video, I would suggest watching that, because if we get that C wave to the downside and not running flat, I do anticipate that we might get that move on the altcoins too. One more move to the downside before the bull market actually starts. We'll see. Right now I am long again, another 1%, but fully aware that we can get one more move to the downside. Next targets would either be like a double bottom or the 1.236, 1.382, but I really want to hold this level of the previous fourth to be confident on this count. So we'll go down to the 15-minute. Remember, we're looking for a wave 2 bottom. So as of right now, what I have this as potentially is a leading diagonal, a series of threes. We then had a expanded flat. I ended up getting my entry over here, this wave up, and my stop has been at this low ever since, right here. So I'm happy with that entry. I'm just going to leave it. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out, and I'd look for the re-entry at one pivot lower. So same thing, pulled the time fib from this wave here. We're right at that zone, so we want to see a move relatively soon. This looks like 3 waves currently. So the question is this a WXY, and then we'd be complete now, or do we get one more move down? Then that would be considered an ABC. The issue with that when you're doing Elliott Wave is you got 5 waves down. Is that ending this correction, right? Or is that starting the move to the downside? You're not going to know. So I'm just going to leave my stop where it is at this pivot low. It's probably around the 618. Yep, just past the 618. So no reason for me to adjust my stop yet. Just in that second original order. So we'll see if this turns into a move to the upside. If I see a micro 5 waves up, like so, I may add to my position by the pullback and stop will raise to that low. whatever the extra position sizes I have here. But a lot indicates on the next move, as you can see, because we either are starting the move to the downside once we get 5 or completing this as an ABC, 335 as a expanded flat. So interesting spot. The issue with diagonals is diagonals also can be WXYs. It's important to watch the priced action after what happens, right? Because I can easily just turn this into something complex. Series of 3 waves. So it's very important, the reaction. And as you can see, that's our downtrend line. So if we can get back above that in 5 and consolidate above it, then that would indicate to me that we're probably already starting the bullish move to the upside. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. It does look good, but again, my stops, hard stops there, my second entry. And if we get another move down, I'm looking again for another entry. All right, guys, so that's it for TIA. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.